Alright, so this series is called Paint Along with Golden One Ink, alright? And this is the second episode that I'm going to be posting on YouTube. So let's go right to it, okay? This is where I left off last time, and let's mess it up a little bit, you know? Just give me 1 second so I don't miss out on chat. I'd like to see chat a little bit. So I'm going to put it on this screen. And there you go. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Appreciate it. And feel free to annoy all the viewers with all your commands and all that. Okay, and if you want to see the commands, you just type in exclamation point SFX.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Alright, so I'll fix that up a little bit. Alright, that should be better. Sorry about that, Neil. But I guess there's cursing in this stream. Alright, so I'm going to just go right into it. I'm going to use a knife, and I'm going to use some dark brown. I'm going to use a little bit of a couple colors. Actually, I'm going to use some blue. I'm going to use some red. This is Rogue Brilliant. I used Phthalo Blue before. I'm going to use a knife too. I'm going to use a knife. I'm going to use titanium white too. Thank you, Nia. You are correct. I am going to use titanium. Do you watch Bob Ross? Is that what you do? You watch Bob Ross, don't you? You a Bob Ross guy? Alright, and let's get some white in here. We use warm gray. That's what we're going to use. I'm going to separate that color a little bit. Because what you want to do is have your colors and have a fade, especially if it's in some kind of distance. You can let me know if the audio is a little low or something. So right now I'm mixing up a purple. And I have an extra light in this room, but I'm turning it off because it's a little bit too bright and it has a glare. Thank you, Neil. A nice raid to a nice compliment right there. Okay. So it doesn't matter too much about this. We're just getting the outline of the mountains, alright? So I'm going to have this mountain up here, you know? I'm going to have it right there. And this is a wood canvas. So I never really painted on wood before. And we're going to have that one up here. And then that one right there. Right now I'm more so just worried about the edge that I'm getting out of this. Okay. And what's sharper than an edge than a knife? The category is Mario Sunshine. Alright, let's change that again. Yo, who did that? Yo, Neo, you are an angel. I don't know why people always say all these bad things about you. You know, Gargon says some things. But you're a good guy, man, and I hope you enjoyed your Pepsi. I know you were really looking for Pepsi tonight. So I hope you got it. I hope you're happy. Like these clouds. That's 50 bucks. Never mind. He ain't a nice guy. Come on, Neil. This whole time I was being nice to you. And then we'll have this one just go up and straight down a little bit, and then we're gonna have it like fade out right there. There you go. Mountain Stars, how you doing tonight? Good to see you here. We're gonna make this, it's actually just one mountain, this whole thing, man. You'll see it. You see it erupt. And then we're gonna have it a nice little thing right there. I'm just gonna fade out. And all you gotta do is get the outline, you know? There you go. That's it. Now I'm gonna use my 2-inch brush. My trusty 2-inch brush. Crystal Pepsi. What are you, on a diet, man? So I'm gonna have the mountains like go the way it's facing. I'm gonna stroke to the areas that it's facing. You see that? Just like that. And then I'm gonna get this one. We'll hit the edge a little bit. That's alright. Right there. Get that one there. Thank you, Neo, for the raid. Gargon was streaming before. He also raided Neo. It's a family event today. If you know us, we're not literally family. Or are we? Some of us are, but we are a family on Twitch, per se, man. What redemption?
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Don't I know it, Neo?
No offense. No,
I'm not even offended, man. I know it. Alright. So this side of the mountain is going to be mostly one color. And this side of the mountain is going to be mostly one color, okay? Alright. There you go. You can see some of the strokes the way they are facing. Yeah, that is a good one, man. Oh, that one? And he's just laughing it off like... That is a good one. I want that mountain a little higher. Alright. So...
Chosen one!
I'll be right back. With that said.
Hurry! I'm coming! Chosen one! I'm coming! Chosen one! I'm coming! Chosen one! I'm coming!
Speaking of beating the devil out of it, I had to get some water to beat the devil out of it. The brush, I mean. So I'm not gonna beat the devil out of it because that's gonna make a mess. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just dip it in water because it's acrylic and wipe it off with a rag. One day, man, if I'm famous, I'll get a studio. I'll beat the devil out of all my brushes to the point where there's no more bristles. All right. I'm gonna wipe off this knife.
Cool.
I'm not really a fan of this knife. It's too bulky. I think I like the smaller knives better. Let's get the knives here. Let's enjoy it. Alright, what do we got here? Let's I'm not gonna be painting the whole stream. I'm gonna be painting basically an hour. And then I'm gonna go into another idea. So I'm basically using the same color that I just used, but plenty more white. Almost all white. Excuse me. My white is down here. That idea, you're gonna... Who, me? I'll do karaoke. I actually like karaoke. One of my favorite songs to karaoke is, just because it's a short song too, is an Elvis song, Weak in the Knees, how's it go? What's wrong with me? I'm itchy like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friend Sam acting all shook up. That's what it's called. That's a fun song to sing, man. And you know, you could just sing it like Elvis, so then, you know, people enjoy it anyway, even if you can't sing. That's a good song, it's groovy. Are you an Elvis fan, Al? So I'm going straight down with this. Gotta go real soft with the knife. I'm going a little hard with the knife right now, I noticed. So, this is all some mountains right here. I've been working with some black cal. You don't like Elvis? I'm surprised, man. You seem like an old soul kind of type of person. I'm gonna tap down here a little bit because acrylic paint can dry up, and I don't want it to dry up too quick. And I'm gonna stroke the bottom a little bit down. You seem like an old soul, like me, man. Are you a football fan by any chance? No. Let's go right here, and then there's a little bit of touch right there. I'm gonna have to come back in there. There you go. Oh, you don't really care for music? That makes you a very old soul, Mountain Stars. It makes you a mountain. I'm gonna put a happy little star up here for you, alright, Mountain Stars? That's what I'm gonna do, man. Alright. So, with the same white, I'm gonna get some of that purple that I made before. I'm a stoic. Yeah. You know what, man? If there's enough time later, I'm down to play that word game with you. Alright, I'll put that on stream so we could all play together. That sounds like fun. Okay, so I want to show you what I did over here. So, I had my white over here, okay? And I put some of that purple color, and I didn't like mix it thoroughly. I made it almost like a marble color, okay? So you can see a little bit of different hues here and there. And I'm gonna just stroke it this way. And I'm gonna actually dab it a little bit because I don't wanna have it so flat. Alright. That same color. And I do want to have it come down this way, so I am gonna pull there, pull there. Some of that right there, I'm gonna put over here. Come down a little bit. Let's go right here. It gets darker on that side of the mountain. So over there it's going to be pretty light, but still going to have those colors. Alright. It's, you know, like on a canvas you can have some kind of like grip from the mesh, you know, of the canvas. And on wood, it's so flat. I can't get the grip off the paint, you know? Can't get that grip that I want. I got you, man. It is a pretty late stream. Let's make it a little darker. I want it to stand out a little bit more. Alright. Some of that white coming down this way. Okay. Let's get just some white, get it right here. Alright. Let's fade it out a little bit. Like tapping. Tappy, tappy, tappy. Where is that from? Just tap it in. Tappy. Tap, tapperoo. The mist goes up a little bit more over there. Goes a little further back. Some areas I don't want to kill the white because it actually looks pretty nice. Paint is nice and wet right now. Let's get it nice and low a little bit. Alright.
Real extra deuces. You want to turn to a fucking dog?
That's what I'm saying. That's literally Neo. That guy's Neo right there. Just so you guys know. That was a Neo clip. Straight from his house. Alright. Alright, man. Let's go right into the next thing. I'm gonna go right into that wave, actually. I believe it. If it's coming from him, man, I know it's the truth. So I'm gonna grab my fan brush right here. And I'm also gonna grab my liner brush.
Stop it!
A little bit of a thick liner brush that I have. I'm gonna go right into that titanium white, okay? And I'm gonna go right into this one. This is gonna be a crashing wave, right? And it's gonna go, that's fine, it's gonna go like that, right? It's gonna go like that. It's gonna be maybe two waves going out. Let me think. Alright. That's it. That's it for now. That's what I'm gonna use. Alright. And now with this one, excuse me, just like trying to visualize a little bit. I'm gonna grab some of that titanium white. I'm gonna play with this a little bit. Alright. The fan brush, I got it all over that. Spread out. I'm not drawing a whale. Is that something you're interested in? So this right here is gonna splash up. I'm just trying to visualize a little bit, excuse me. And then it's gonna come up this way. Okay. Just like that. Sorry, I'm gonna play with the wave a little bit because I have a little trouble with this. Alright? And then with that, with a little bit of like...
Come on, don't bullshit
let's
me.
use a 1-inch brush, okay? So with the 1-inch brush, I'm gonna touch that white a little bit. I'm gonna touch a little bit of that blue. Alright? Boom. I'm gonna... It's gonna be a splash right there. Okay. I'm not BSing you. You know, maybe I can put a whale in the background. You never know, man. Why not? And over here, what we're gonna do is get a little bit of this titanium white. Get this like very light color, because it's not too dark. I'm gonna color it in a little bit. And I'm gonna use a little bit of yellow. A little bit of yellow. Okay, so a little bit of, it's gonna look a little greenish. Because there's gonna be a little bit of a glare coming in right here. Because the wave is thinning out the water. Okay. Some lines in the background. Some waves are sticking out. Use some of that yellow again, because that's where the sun is. So you can see some like reflections of right there. It's one bigger wave. It's kind of lingering right over it. It's lingering right there. It wants to crash too. It wants to make it splash, you know what I'm saying? The seagull? Maybe. Why not? You have to be here next episode, okay? Maybe I'll take suggestions to put in. You can cast a vote or something. That could be fun. You can suggest some ideas to paint in this. And the winner gets a french fry. Right? I don't know. He gets a subscription. Not kidding. Alright. Let's get some darkness in here. Yeah? A little too light. Alright. So I'm going to put a little bit of a darker blue on the edge of these. There's all sorts of color on the splash. It's going to come down this way. I'm going to use my knife a little bit. And I should use some brown to indicate the sand. I'm going to grab some of that white, and it's going to go something like this.
It's not personal. It's strictly business.
Yeah, that was an accident. We'll see how we can work with it. I gotta visualize a little bit better. Alright. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's visualize a little better. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let's use some of that blue color that I have here. Okay, I'm using yellow, I'm using blue. Alright. I'm gonna use some of that white. I'm gonna put some kind of indication of trees over here. Alright. So I do want to show some kind of life on the land. Do want to show some life that's actually happening here. I'm just using a fan brush, stroking it down a little bit. All right. Not too visible on the camera, especially because I'm keep covering it. It's in the distance, you can't really see it too well. And these might be covered up later. Alright, use that 1-inch brush real quick. I'm gonna tap the bottom a little bit. There was some weight on this. See if it's some kind of life, you know? Alright, where else do I go from here? Where else do I go from here? Use some more of that titanium white. I gotta visualize this wave the way I want it. I want it to come crashing here. Right? I want it to come crashing there. I want it to come this way, because it's kind of like a panoramic view of the shoreline. I'm going to use some of my burnt umber. Alright. I'll use some black too. I hope this comes out good at the end, you know? It doesn't look like much right now. Only if you reveal a picture of yourself on stars, I will add a surfer. I want to get some foreground color going a little bit, because I'm not thrilled about it. Maybe they'll give me some kind of visualization or something. Oh yeah? On like Discord? Alright. I guess I gotta have surfer dude. Alright, sounds good. Okay. I can work with this a little bit more. It's where I want the motion of the ocean. The motion of the ocean. There's gonna be a rock right here. There you go. Okay, let's grab some of that white real quick. That's gonna... Some of that white. I'll go down this way. Go down that way. Cool. And then we'll have the water go around it a little bit. That's fine. Well, it's a four color. Like, I'm gonna definitely put like a yellowish tint to it too. You know, and there's gonna. I just need to like have it to like kind of see where I want to go with it, because I don't. I want to have the lay of the land. And also, there's a glare on those rocks, you know, from the water. And there's gonna be maybe a tree over here too. There's gonna be a tree over there. I already decided it. Because whenever I do my Bob Ross type paintings, I try to fit in everything in one. Alright. Nothing like a brown. Nothing like the color brown. Okay. So there you go. Some foreground color right here. And sometimes I kind of need it for myself. Alright. You know what else I'm going to do, man? I'm going to put a mountain on that side of the water too, actually. It's going to be a distant mountain. Alright. So I'm going heavy on the white. Very... like a warm gray. Warm gray, maybe a touch of brown. Yeah, touch of brown, some warm gray, and it's going to be right over here. Let me use my knife. Okay. I might make it a little bigger. I might make it bigger. I think I'm gonna do it. Kind of wanted to reach those clouds. Let's use a clean brush real quick.
A lot of things about me you don't know anything about, Daddy. Things you wouldn't understand. Things you couldn't understand. Things you shouldn't understand.
I don't understand.
Yeah, you have to explain that one to me, man. What do you mean, mountain stars? I like Dottie. I like her modesty. She's into him, you know. Why can't he just see her for who she is? Okay. And you know what I'm going to do a little bit? I want to get it a little darker on the top. And then fade out a little bit. Just like that. Now this brush has a little bit of a color, a different color on it. Let's get that shoreline. I can go over the blue a little bit. This one has, you know what, these are going to be little trees on the bottom of that. It's going to be another little island. Okay, use some of that white. I'm going to dip into that green that I made before. And it's just going to come out a little bit, just a little bit. Some civilization over there, right? On that end of the thing. Okay. So, let's use my knife. Let's just have fun with the knife a little bit. I might end up painting soon though. I did use a lot of the color that I wanted to use. Let's just try some stuff with the this is giving me any kind of ideas. It's just some indication of where I want things to be. Alright. See what I could do with some of this leftover blue that I have. Some white.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
You'll see, man. It's not just any piece of shit, you know? It could be worse, Neil. I'm gonna have the water come out over here to push back that distance right there. Maybe that's going to be some more brown over there actually. So let's just grab whatever dark color I have real quick. Yeah, that's not dark at all. It's going behind that wave. Alright. Yeah, I gotta get cameramen like Bob Ross so you can zoom in and see what the hell I'm actually doing. You know, that little bit of white highlight in the water, like, it really makes the water look wild. Which is, it's quite lovely. Quite lovely, let's say. Nice, and you see it looks like a little bit of shadow on this rock. Because I'm dragging some of that dark color out. And then splashes happen right over it. Alright. That would be cool. I don't know if there's such a thing. Okay. So let's use some of that black and brown real quick. There's gonna be a hill up here too, on the right side, and it's gonna like lean over a little bit. Some black and some brown. Sombreros. Get your sombreros. Alright. So what did I want to do? Let me use another. I have a bunch of 1-inch brushes. I have one right here. I'll reuse the one I was using for the backup mountains. And this hill is gonna come up right here. Boom. Boom. So the water is gonna go hide behind this mountain. The shoreline water. Maybe a little bit more. How does it look in a picture? Yeah, it's gonna go boom right there. That's where it is. I want to make it look a little rough on the top. You know, I can play with it a little bit. you know, it's gonna be some sand and it's gonna be some dead leaves or dead weeds. I mean, you see at the ocean. All right. Cool. Cool. Do that there. I'm gonna keep using that fan brush. I like the way the fan brush is helping me out. It's making me see the water a little bit. I've been to places like this where you're in between rocks looking at the ocean, and the waves are a little bit crazier over there, man. The waves are a little bit crazier. Well, I didn't do a very good job right there, but it's okay. We don't make mistakes. Only Neo does. I think that's how the quote goes. So that's one wave right there, you know? There's another wave. Simmering down. No. We don't make mistakes. Give it some kind of life. It's a little wild. So I'm kind of like stroking a little down to the right, you know, and it's like it's giving a little bit of like a wild look. You know?
There is no spoon.
No, there's a spoon. Nice. Just you gotta just have kind of some fun with the brush, you know. And I don't want to sound so much like Bob, but you kind of do. It really gives it like a wild look. And I do want to use the rest of my paint that I have on my palette, but I'm going to end this very, very soon because I don't want these to be so long. Looks like a splash right there happened. That's fine. That's what you want. You want a viewer's eye to like splash around a little bit, just like the water does. See things they didn't see the first time, and enjoy it. And look around. You know, I want people to look at my paintings and just like, there's something going on here. There's something going on there. That's actually really important to me. If you see that picture in the background, I don't think you can right now. I wanted a waterfall, mountains, you know, like, it's all very important to me. I like to make it look busy. Alright, so over here it's going to be a little bit crazier. Alright, maybe it connects over here. Maybe that's part of the same wave. And it's gonna have like a little bit of an effect right there. And then Again, one more. The fan brush, when it dries up a little bit, it can give you some beautiful like wave effects. Let's go heavy with the white right now. Let's go right in front of this thing. Let's go. Can I do anything with this red? I have some red on my palette. Touch of red out there. Some a little bit, some darker blue. Nice. Okay. It's coming together. Didn't look like much when we started out, but it's coming together. Okay. Let's I'm nearly gonna call this done. Nearly gonna call this session done. Of course, I touched the brown. I'm rushing a little bit, that's my problem. Alright, let's call that a night for now. Because I need to clean these brushes before the end of the night. And I want to just relax a little bit with some video games because it's getting late. Alright, so with that, we'll continue next time. And I'll use the camera to zoom in a little bit. Okay. Those mountains have some nice shine on it. That's the rocket splashing around. Some waves that I want to crash, and they might actually crash right there. I'm gonna make them crash, I think. The reflections on the water, and a little island in the background, some trees showing. Alright. Thank you very much for hanging out with me today on the second episode of this painting, the Big Sea Scape. And we'll see where it goes from here. Thank you very much.